Hi out there, all you in the Patreon world. I so appreciate each and every patron on Patreon. Whatever your gift, I appreciate it. It's what your heart is doing. That's what's important. So today we're answering questions. And Casey, what's the next question?
The next question comes from Kathy Gross. Thank you, Kathy. She's talking about retirement and supplemental income. And what if the monthly check is low? Are there small jobs one can do?
Yeah, there are a lot of jobs that you can do out here. And surprisingly, there's a lot of places where you can camp and move around enough that you can go in town and get a job at a McDonald's or... So I'll give you an example, is Quartzsite. And in Quartzsite, you can get a job. They explode in the winter around the big tent. And so I have had a lot of friends that went to Quartzsite, got a job, and then just camped and kept moving every 2 weeks so that they stayed legal. Or you could even go out on the long-term visitor area and just stay there and get a job and never have to move again. And then you work at a job just like you would anywhere else. I had a friend who... was a waitress in town, and she was really good at it and friendly and outgoing, and she made tons of money. I had another friend who became a clerk in one of the rock shops. She did enjoy rocks, but didn't know much about it. But they just need to hire bodies. You could get a tent. You can get a job out at the big tent or one of the vendors. Or there's a McDonald's in town. You could get it, and they hire. Boy, every winter in Quartzsite they have jobs listed. Every store in town says help wanted. And that's true of all tourist towns in their season. They explode, there aren't enough locals, they hire. So you can always get a job in season, sometimes that's summer, a few times it's winter, and just stop and move around, camp around it, and get a job, any kind of job. And of course, I have a whole series on getting jobs as a nomad, and you can go there. So go to YouTube, go to my channel on YouTube, Cheap RV Living. Once you're on the channel, there will be a button that says playlists. Click on playlists, and one of them will be jobs for nomads. Watch that. I have a bunch of jobs listed. And I know you, Kathy, you asked specifically about campground hosting. I have a video on campground hosting, and you asked about singles. Do they hire singles? Yes, but you have to be willing to go remote to be a single usually. They want couples in the campgrounds, and the small remote campgrounds, they're glad to have singles. That works no problem. So I hope I've answered your question. Thanks so much, Kathy. I appreciate it, and we'll talk to you all later.
Thank you, Kathy. Bye-bye.